the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the flim flam sauce with the awesome fave, with shafafa on the side.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition and another week of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. We are in pregame tailgate mode.
Wow.
It's a big game tonight, and the place for all the big games, Shenanigan Sports Pub in beautiful Dania Beach.
There's a game tonight?
Well,
sorry.
There's two games tonight.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And I was wondering why they would schedule both. Like, they're cannibalizing themselves now, because it used to be they'd have a late game like on the West Coast at 10 o'clock, but these are like 7:15 Dolphins Jets, and maybe they knew it was going to be what we call the tidy
sleeper?
bowl, the toilet
sleeper?
bowl, the winless bowl, the 0-6 bowl. Got Jets and Dolphins right here in town. They're playing in town. And then an hour later, what's the other game, Mike Lubitz? Do you know any of these things?
It's
Denver?
Broncos and I'll let you know right
Denver and somebody are
now.
playing.
It's the Broncos and the
Bengals.
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 Joe Burrow-less Bengals.
the Burrowless Bengals
At 8:15.
at 8:15.
Which is
Yeah.
so weird. It's like annoying. Like I'd like to watch both games.
But you're happy, Pat Arter, because no matter what they put
Monday
on
night.
on a Monday night,
Yeah.
on a Sunday
Yeah.
afternoon, on a Saturday afternoon,
Yeah.
even on a Friday
Yeah.
night this past week.
Yeah, it's been unbelievable.
That's good.
I don't know how to say it, but being a sports pub right now has been really, really fun.
Nice.
I think people are kind of gravitating to all aspects of sports. We don't touch upon baseball, but baseball's there. We're getting,
Yeah, I don't
getting
think
some hockey
Mayo wants to
action.
talk baseball today.
No.
Oh, God, the Mets.
He's just a lifelong. It's the one team he actually supports from childhood to today.
Wait, we said we were keeping things very positive.
I mean, I'm a
today.
Marlins fan,
Yeah,
so
no,
it's positive
I'm
for
positive.
Yeah, the
me.
Marlins.
We ended the Mets
We're the
season.
best. We're the training grounds for the national
So
for
much
Major League Baseball.
So much on the sports agenda today, but we got a beautiful food
thank
agenda
you. This is
today, too.
fantastic.
Thank you.
Look at what we have in front of us. And again,
This
Interesting
gentlemen.
combination.
Shenanigan Sports Pub, 1300 South Federal Highway, Dania Beach. They are open all day. They have new lunch specials
Oh, yeah.
going, $9.99, under $10. Where
That's
do you get that
amazing. For like
anymore?
real deal food.
We
Really
do
good
it
food.
because we can do it.
And this is what we were talking about before. You reached a milestone
It's a big
birthday
thing, yeah.
this year, Pat Utter.
It's all downhill after
And-
here,
No
fellas.
way.
I rode my bike on the boardwalk and an epiphany came over me.
Oh,
Okay.
Epiphany.
you sound like
I
Defoe and his
looked at,
epiphanies.
well, Devo and I are in the same decade. So
Yeah.
I looked out on the ocean
Right.
and I was riding along, and of course, started out the day. Everybody's, some sort of drama's going on, terrible things in the world. But I said, here we are riding along the boardwalk on beautiful Hollywood Beach.
Yeah.
Sun, there's a swell coming in from the tropical
From
disturbances
Imelda Marcos and her shoes
Yes.
are off the coast.
off the coast.
Yep.
And here we have you guys coming. I smiled because I love seeing the both of you. You guys make me happy when you come around. It's fun. It's like having old friends here.
That's great.
And I own a sports pub.
Right.
And and then you guys spread the infield with something I never expected. You got fresh mahi
Mahi.
melt.
I got to go on
I
the lighter
gotta
side.
say, I love my shrimp pizza up there.
I love that shrimp
It is
scampi
wonderful.
pie.
It is wonderful.
Kennedy is
and
getting
you got
it
some
done.
Italian wings.
Got the Italian.
So it's all
side.
good. Everything's
No,
good.
So the epiphany was what? Just don't give a FF anymore.
Don't
no,
give a
no,
name.
no. Actually, Bob Marley was playing in the background.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And, the three
Yeah,
Bogle birds.
exactly.
Don't worry about
Don't
a thing.
worry about a
about
thing.
the
Every
It's on
little
the
thing
boardwalk.
is going to be all right.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, what
You
is
know-
the problem with the dog? I mean, really, am I going to come on here and say
I'm gonna
like,
do a Bob
like
Sam
you
Marley.
are.
Kennison, I was born in Ethiopia or somewhere, and scream
I'm
at somebody?
doing a
No.
Bob Marley reboot right now. We're going to call it, the Three Little Birds is a song, and
I
I'm
love it.
changing the verse to "Don't worry about your wings," because
Ooh.
every little wing is going to be all right if you're at Shenanigans.
Oh, I got to say something, and I'm not going to say the name, though.
Okay.
But I went on a rain delay. Oh, by the way, I got to give a plug to Chaminade Madonna.
Your
Yes.
son
Okay,
Matthew.
my son
getting it
Matthew.
done.
He played big Friday night. He had a really, really great game. He's starting to come into his own. A lot of
His draft
You know-
stock is moving
yeah,
up.
it is. It is. He might.
His and what do they call it? Name
Yeah,
NIL.
and- well,
stock?
he already was in a Division III NAIA stock, but now we're talking Division II, and he's 6'4", 220. So people
Okay.
like he got after it this weekend.
He looks bigger than Matthew
When
Kachuk
he's
at this
playing,
point.
Well, he can bench.
He plays edge?
225.
He's playing edge
he's
linebacker?
edge rusher. He
he
just
can get up
started-
to
Yeah, he could get
230,
250.
40. I mean,
Yeah, he's got the.
he can play college ball for sure.
So everything's positive for me. I can't.
No,
what am I going to
that's great.
lament?
I love
lament
the
about?
fact that you've reached that point where you're settled. Have you let go? Because
What do you? I think it's complacent. They call that.
No.
word.
No, that's not complete.
it's called letting go. And
Let
and,
it go.
And Defo
Let
has
it
been a big
go.
proponent of letting go of
Letting go.
things that have gone wrong in the
Devo's
past.
getting testosterone. I could tell by looking at him. He won't admit it, but he's getting some. He's so much happier now. Recently, something's happened.
I don't know
Yeah,
about
he has-
testosterone.
No, he's getting.
He shed
He's
a little.
lost like 150 to 160 pounds.
Yeah, he shed a little weight, Pat, as
Okay.
somebody who's been
He's working on moving
married a
into,
couple
into
of times.
freedom.
You know what?
Oh, he's on the D diet. I
He's
saw
not there
him and
yet,
I'm like,
but he's working toward
I'm
that.
still
We're
245.
going happy hours every
He
day.
has-
like-
He has a budding bromance with a guy who likes to go out to
Oh.
happy hours every night. So he's been
Las
He's like-
Olas, is he at Louis Blassie?
He's just going around
Where is
town.
he?
No, he's been
Delray.
going in the Pompano, Lauderdale by the sea area.
Oh, he's up
Those
there
are
seeing
his
Pat
thoughts.
Marzano
My-
at the Taco
my
Craft.
my verb of the month
something.
for Defo is gallivanting. He's been gallivanting.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, because he was like a nudge, like a miserable nudge. He'd come on here waiting.
I love
to
this
sell.
guy because
He's waiting
says
for a
Very
guy.
honest,
He's
yes.
waiting for a guy to come see a lamp to sell an antique
Oh, the
lamp
antique
that he
thing.
got
He can
from
never
his
get over the
mother.
antique.
He walking around in the middle of the day with slippers on. I saw him on the screen, and I'm like,
I
this
think-
guy's unhappy.
I think
Now
he's
look at him.
I think he's
he's
finally
like the-
he's finally
he's
seen
like-
the light. It might be the light at the end
It
of the
means
tunnel,
freedom.
but he is.
Oh, now it makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
He
know
hasn't
how
been very
it goes.
secretive about
But
it.
it's good. It's good to
He's
have
a new
everybody in
man.
good spirits. I've been
He's
a new man since moving in with Val a year ago. I'm so happy in
Yeah, you're a
a
cool
loving
guy, dude.
relationship.
You're kind of cool guy now too.
And-
You pop in those places on Riverfront.
Oh yeah, no,
you're
I'm,
known,
I'm
you know.
hanging out in
Yeah.
the Rio Vista. I mean,
you
it's
go to Daniel's Steakhouse. You go
yeah.
bounce around, cocktail hour.
they're doing
Yeah.
a good job. I
But,
gotta tell you that.
Here I am in Dania. I got my trash collection on Monday and Thursday. I ride my bike.
That's
know-
the hardest part for me moving after being in a house for 25 years.
Yeah.
The hardest, but the easiest part is not having to file a flood claim every other year.
Yeah,
or
you were
every
in a
other
bad
month.
spot.
Yeah, how
And
many
they
again?
took a shellacking again. They're doing
2
a
weeks ago,
32,
they got hammered.
$32 million new drainage deal, but they haven't finished the pump station. So
Isn't that
it happened
funny?
again
Oh, yeah.
right there on Third Terrace. My former neighbors, I feel bad for them. But
See,
me,
it's funny. I bought my house is old, 1966. Bought it from a developer, and for some reason, he had the presence of mind to put me 3 feet higher than everybody else.
Yep.
Oh,
on
nice.
the block. So
that's
even the
amazing.
27-inch of rain just came up to the door, didn't go in. So
That's
but
great.
Yeah,
the part. So no, but it's great to be back in the neighborhood. My brother, I still have a condo
and
that
a
I
wonderful
co-own
brother.
with my brother, and he's a good. I think they might come in tonight. We
Okay,
might be in tonight with my buddy Scott. We
I'll
might
be
have a
back.
little-
I'm coming back. I want to be
Okay.
here. And I said when I saw 7:15 kickoff, I'm like,
Oh, I'm here.
You know,
I could actually
I
stay up
said-
till the end.
I said to
That's what we're-
myself, like, this is crazy because used to be Monday Night Football. We'd meet at 9 o'clock.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
and it would be not at midnight endings of
Yes.
the game.
the original Shenanigans. I would go home, take maybe a brief cat nap, and come back and get ready because Monday Night Football was a happening.
Right.
I mean, of course, we didn't have the NFL ticket, so whatever game they threw on Monday night was huge.
Right.
And now we have 2 games, 7:15, 8:15, simulcast right here, action. I
Do
like
they
it.
have a Manning cast too?
You know, they actually, if you think about it, both matchups are very even.
Yeah.
So can I talk about what my premise is seeing Baltimore lose to Kansas City?
Go ahead.
All right. So when you see a team like Buffalo or Philadelphia or one of these, these top tier teams, I mean, and then there's everybody else. That's how it seems to me. I mean, like tonight, Denver and Cincinnati seem very evenly matched to me, and the
Yeah,
Jets and the
Cincinnati-
Dolphins are matched.
Right. Cincinnati's hopes have kind of gone out the window since
Right.
Burrow got hurt.
He's hurt. Yeah. Yeah.
Denver is just one of those middling teams. And, even after just 3-4 weeks, you're starting to see the wheat separating from the chaff. And,
oh yeah.
what do we know? We know that Philadelphia is a pretty darn good team.
You can throw for 130
And they
yards
struggled
and
yesterday.
still
And they
win.
still won.
You know that, right?
Last
There,
2 weeks,
100.
actually.
You see how he struggled at quarterback?
Well, they got a big and they let the Bucks back in, and then they find a way to just hold on.
We know that Buffalo is pretty darn good,
They're really
and
good.
they look like they are poised to finally maybe actually not just go to a Super Bowl.
Why do
but
I
win a
feel
Super Bowl.
more exuberant about them? Why do I see more intensity? Like, I guess it's the quarterback. He's
Yeah,
so
Josh
exciting
Allen is
to be
super
around, right?
So
Yeah.
here's the question. I mean,
Okay.
it looks like Buffalo will find Kansas City will find their stride and
Right,
probably
right.
make the playoffs. And,
Right.
You know, then it'll probably come down to those two again. I don't really see anything else in the AFC at this point.
Well, it was
as
the
far as
Bengals, but
quality.
without Burrow, it's
No,
hard to
but who
see
else
them
is
doing
on that level? Nobody.
No,
Nobody.
But my question is this. Nobody else from the AFC East is going to be going to the playoffs. Who's going to finish second in the division behind the Bills, and how many games back will
Feels
they
like
be?
Patriots, which is really annoying.
You know, you hate to see parity, like 8 and 8 teams make the playoffs, don't you? Or maybe 7. You know, what do you think about that?
What I think is if I was ruler of the sports
8
universe, one of the initial rules would be you cannot qualify for the postseason unless
500.
you are over 500.
Over 500. Yeah.
Even if you're at 500, you're out. And if that means there's nobody going into that final spot, it
Mhm.
just means whoever was
Oh,
supposed to
it's
play
an
him gets a
empty spot.
bye.
Which is an empty spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not doing
Do you
it.
think that makes
Yeah,
sense?
New York Giants played the Los Angeles Chargers. I always was holding out for Herbert.
Yeah, it's
Got
so
a great
weird. that
coach,
team.
and you can't even figure it out, right? Jaguars went and won 26-21
Yeah.
over San Francisco.
Week to week, there's
Yeah.
some bizarre things. Now, as
The
far
house
as
is cleaning up.
I-
Guys are losing their shirts.
I
gambling.
actually had a good week. We do this meaningless, straight up against, just pick winners every week pool.
Right.
And I picked the Giants against the Chargers yesterday.
Really?
Good
And,
for you.
Good for you.
And
would
I
never
don't know
pick
what
that.
they were on the money line because now I'm kicking myself. But I spotted as a game. First of all, Chargers starting 3-0 gives them that little bit of a cushion. Non-conference games are always kind of letdown games, especially on the road, especially West Coast teams going to the East Coast.
Correct.
And it was going to be an emotional day for the Giants
It's funny
getting
you notice that. I always bet that. The
Yeah.
team that travels always does bad.
And again, not just that, but you've got the emotional high of the Giants starting a new promising, quarterback, and Dart makes his debut. And I knew that the Giants Stadium crowd was going to be all riled up, and I just thought they were going to give him a game. And I
Can
thought
he
I
save
liked
the general manager's job?
and
Dart?
I liked
Can
the
Dart-
game.
Yeah.
The
Dart
Giants
save
played a
that?
good road game against Dallas that if it wasn't for that Russell Wilson interception late, they probably could have won that game. So they're playing at a higher level, and I thought that was a prime. Now, going into tonight's game, I have that same ugly feeling about the Jets. I think they've been playing better football than the Dolphins. And yes, the Dolphins played okay at Buffalo, but I think that's deflating. And I guess the question for you, and I know we wanted to keep things positive
Yeah.
today, but maybe this is a
Tua?
positive.
It
We
could be
wanna talk
positive.
No.
about- let's talk
What
about Tua.
happens if the Dolphins go to 0-4 tonight? Does McDaniel get sacked?
People are saying he's going to get fired.
Okay.
And
okay.
what
I'm
do
so
you
curious
want to
to
see?
see.
Let's
as a
go down.
long-suffering fan?
Let's go down the rabbit hole. Okay, so you got a
By the way,
you
this-
got a young guy. You got a
Unbelievable.
talented guy out there. He's a running back, running offensive guru, right? They call him a guru,
by
right?
the way, this sandwich is great.
Which is really nice.
Good.
It's
Nice
really
blend,
good.
right? Okay,
Yeah,
so
the
we have
fresh
a
fish.
yes, it is. So we have a guru. So the general manager of the Dolphins goes to war with a great defensive coordinator and a coach for us, and he says, "You won't tank for us. You won't listen to me. You won't do what I tell you to do." As the GM, you think you're trying to build a good defense here, which he did.
No, yeah,
But I want you to work with Tua, and he doesn't want to work with Tua. So they get a hold of a guy. It's like, a young enthusiast. I think he was 38 years old at the time, right? 38 years old. If someone had told me, hey, listen, you can be, don't open Shenanigans. You're going to be the GM of Tavern on the Green, and we're going to give you $1 million a year to run in New York City in an apartment.
Mm.
I'm like, I'm coming, fellas.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm on the way.
Really?
Okay, that's what he did to him. That's
Mm.
what he did, right?
Mhm.
I mean, I was in fine dining before I started.
I know.
So I always
Martha's
wanted-
Supper Club.
yeah, right. So I always thought I'd end up in it, but this is my skill set here now. So they bring this young guy in. He comes in, and let's face it, he gets Tua. Tua sells on himself.
Mhm.
Tua gets beat down. I boxed in a day. He's having grand mal seizures on them. People want to say it's not tough or anything. When you see a guy laid out on his back with his fingers contorted like this,
that's like a real deal.
And now I'm under the impression he might be on some sort of anti-seizure drug like that.
Oh, that's fine.
Because he's talking slow.
He talks weird.
Pure
talking
speculation,
weird,
but
looks off.
maybe pre-CTE.
Look, as soon as he took those, serious hits to the head,
you
knew he wasn't.
No,
that it does some sort of.
Yeah,
I'm not even saying like physical damage, but like mental. You don't know. You're not as tough. You're not as prone to run.
Right.
He's now. He learned how to slide. He actually slid the other game. But when it comes down to like clutch time.
Well,
I don't know
what did Mike Tyson say? Everybody has a plan when they go to fight me until I punch them right in the mouth.
Until they get hit in the mouth.
So he has a plan every game to get in there, and he throws that ball as quick as he can, gets rid of it in like 2 seconds. He's scared as hell. He's not mobile. He's making $50 million. This is what we have here.
In hindsight, all this
is what
looks
we have. Yeah.
like a perfect Dolphins, mess up.
Disaster.
This is it. And we got 2 more years of this. And you know how I feel about it?
No, I don't think so.
I think so. I think we do.
Maybe if 2 of them, not
I
Mike
think
McDaniel.
Stephen Ross meets on Tuesday, even if it's a good drubbing on national TV. He sits there. He has a calm demeanor.
Mm-hmm.
He likes Greer, obviously.
No, he loves Greer.
He loves
no one
Greer.
knows why, but he loves him.
He loves him. Greer's a. Did you see the eulogy to his dad?
This is a
football
great man,
guy.
but
This is a great guy. Okay,
Such, yeah.
This is what people don't know. Okay,
No, he's a nice human being.
Right.
A terrible general
How about
manager.
does Tom
Terrible.
Olivadotti come to mind?
Yeah, exactly.
Does Tom Olivadotti? Okay.
I love
He
that
doing
name.
well.
Does Dan wants that? These are nice people.
Okay.
Cam Cameron.
Yeah,
You
get out
remember
of
him?
Yeah,
You remember when he wanted?
He
Phil
drafted-
was a
Ted
sweetheart.
Ginn.
He drafted the whole Ginn family.
Yes,
Right,
he said, "You're." What are you talking about, Wes Welker? The only guy went on to be the best slot receiver in all football. Why? I know this guy's family. I love this guy.
Great
So this
character.
is-
Great character is fine, but sometimes you also need speed and talent.
Yeah, you need to win.
What do you think? Everybody's going to have a Steeler organization or a football organization?
The Dolphins used to.
We have
like 30
we
years ago.
we have
At
like.
this point, I
think it's a lot.
I would
very
take a
important if you're
Tampa
nice
organization.
Yeah, look at the Bucks. They're
Isn't that
consistent.
sad?
How about what they did to poor Baker?
I would even take the Jaguars. Maybe I don't know what happened to
How did Cleveland treat Baker Mayfield? Probably the most game guy in football.
I know
right?
he doesn't care. He's tough.
He's tough as nails. We don't have a guy like that.
No, we need some toughness.
We have a
I don't care.
You're
I'm not
a
part of
Dolphin,
it.
You don't care about the Dolphins.
They
So
don't
the
pay me.
owner crafts himself. He interviews people. He asked, "Did you do Pilates this morning?" you're a touchy feely guy. I'm in recovery. How do you feel?
As soon as I
How's your relationship with your mom and father? Well,
as soon
it
as I
could
saw
be better. I don't speak to my mom as
the
much as I
HBO
like.
Hard Knocks,
Yeah,
when they
remember
were on
that?
that season,
Oh my
and
God.
after that horrendous Tennessee loss, which ends up being the turning
I was at
point.
that
That
game.
changed the
I
year.
was
That
at
was the
that game.
turning point
They
in
had
the
a 3-game
whole.
lead.
How about
League.
Chubb threw his helmet?
It was a whole McDaniel.
Right.
That's the turning point for the McDaniel era.
Yeah.
And the week after, and Hard Knocks, and Tua is going around the facility in his
Pajamas.
Christmas jammies.
Pajamas.
And when I saw that,
Jammies.
It's like, what is going on?
He had his jammies on.
right, what do you think?
Giving gifts.
Yeah, I mean, which also wonderful human
And I
being.
stayed up.
I
I
love-
was stuck in traffic to 2:30 that month. There was some horrendous thing because I stayed to the very end.
Well, good for
Not since 1976, when I was a young pup,
you. Right.
has a team fallen apart like that.
That was the 2023 season.
Yes.
And then what happened in 24 after that was, and what we've seen now is the domino fell that night,
Yeah.
and they're continuing to collapse. So again, my question to you is, if they go on for
they
tonight,
had a rookie quarterback, that good athletic kid.
Mm.
I followed his career. He's out of football totally.
Mm.
The kid that was
what,
on
Tommy Cutlets? No.
Yeah, the kid that was the quarterback for the Titans that night.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Levis. Yeah.
Oh,
Levis,
Levi's jeans. Didn't he have his own mayonnaise brand?
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
Which,
That was
I don't know
yeah.
why.
I don't even know if he's on the team.
I should have my own mayonnaise.
So,
brand.
listen,
Call it
I-
Mayo is Mayo.
You know what I do with the Dolphins now? I look for human interest stories. I want to find out like what their story is. Like, Waller. Okay, this is interesting. No, I mean the guy's had a drug dependence. I can only imagine what happens in the office. You come in, how you feeling? You know, you have a little prayer meeting. You hold hands. This is what we have now. This is our team. So you have to understand. You got to be more sensitive. More. You can't expect. How's this team going to right itself under this ownership?
Oh, that's
Tell me the
wonderful
truth.
question.
I don't know.
I don't know.
So
That's
it's
the
back to the
problem.
question. If they go 0-4 tonight, 0-4, do you start making changes and firing coaches and GMs, or you just ride
Who
this?
you gonna get?
No, and then you
Who
just
you
ride
gonna
this.
get? Chucky Gruden? Who you
No.
gonna get? This is a politically incorrect person that says scathing emails. No, we're just a nice people. You
We're
come
nice,
to
okay.
South Florida.
You make your money. You pay $70 to park,
Yeah,
and everybody's happy, right?
Yeah.
Look, now as a sports bar owner,
Oh, this is
this-
horrible for business. Horrible.
well, I
You know
want
what's weird about that? I have guys like me that still come out.
but okay, so
Some
you got
Dolphin
some
guy.
diehard fans,
Yeah.
number one. But my question is
Old
this:
guys, old
in a day and age where you have all these fantasy leagues, and B, legalized sports betting, where
Love
you
it.
have people can put action on every game
Love
on the
it.
Yeah,
app.
even when your team sucks.
So even when your team sucks, are
You
you
can make it
seeing that
interesting.
people are still coming in and watching the games and enjoying themselves because they have their own personal stakes?
Yeah, you can
They're
make it
not
worthwhile.
living and dying with one home team anymore, right?
You know, we do proposition bets.
Yeah?
Yeah, we do prop bets. Like we bet like who will get a sack.
There you go.
Yeah, we don't even bother about the outcome of the game
No,
because then-
everything is-
everything is
It's
Pro-
instant.
And a lot of times, if they do get a lead, we dump them. We approach this now. Okay, so sports betting has completely taken over rebooted all of sports, other than maybe being. I mean, in Philadelphia, you can come out and hocker on a guy. You just walk right up to him, and you just go right up to the quarterback. You clear your throat. You spit right in his face, and they only fine you $57,000.
Yeah.
Okay, they don't do nothing to you.
Right. Well,
So
it's-
the point is that now the game is just it's like it's all bet on gambling. I mean, if you live in South Florida and you haven't won a Super Bowl since 1973. Are you really going to be concerned about the games?
no,
I mean,
you try to
seriously.
we live
if
in
you
a-
haven't done, if you're in a marriage for 50 some years and you and your wife haven't had any sort of emotional, whatever you want to
Connection
say,
for years.
yeah, you haven't
Relations.
relations. Are you going to be concerned? No,
No.
we're null and void of anything here.
Okay, so
I mean,
you're numb at this point as a Dolphin fan, and
I'm
you're just
numb.
gonna-
I think. Through
but you,
I want to
like-
get on Devo. I want to find this
Okay,
Devo
but
character.
you're still wearing your hat and your jersey,
Oh, it's out of habit.
and we do have a
I'm Catholic.
Panther
Too. You want to talk about Catholicism?
NHL season, two-time Stanley Cup
Yeah.
champion, starting soon. So that'll give us some hope and distraction. Although,
What a class
but
what a different
losing
organization.
Barkov and Kachuk for a few months, but
They'll
it's
pull
hockey.
something out.
Yeah,
They'll pull they get. You know
Well,
what?
they
they're-
brought everyone back.
You know what I heard? The smartest thing said, and what they'll do is they'll go and see him.
Mhm.
They'll talk to our great center, and they're going to say you're out all year, and it frees up $10 million.
Oh yeah, hockey does that weird
so
thing.
they
yeah.
do. You get the $10 million in the kick.
Mhm.
So then you hang in there. You languish. You play tough hockey. And then you go and plum pick a guy. You
Mhm.
call up somebody and you say, hey, like what we did in Boston. And, hey, what
Yeah,
are you going to do?
Marshawn, yep.
What are you going to do? And here's another thing that people don't know. Opposed to other places in the universe, people want to leave. You know, I'm married to a Canadian. They want to leave Canada and they want to come to South Florida. They want to
Yeah.
get a house in Davie.
They
You get a
used
little pony.
Mhm.
No, you're right there by the Sawgrass Mill. It's a nice area. You go to Elbow Room. You don't think that's the best thing that's the best recruiting tool ever. what these guys
you're talking about
do
for the
at the-
hockey players. Yeah,
Yes.
they love coming
They
down here.
come down.
I don't know
here.
about the Canadian Snowbirds this year. We're gonna
Oh,
see
they'll
what
come.
happens.
If they have money, they'll come.
If they have money.
If they have money, they'll
Okay.
still come.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see. Hopefully,
Listen, when
but-
it's five, below. You don't care about Donald Trump.
Shenanigan Sports Pub,
Oh, what do you want to know?
Dania Beach,
Yes.
will still be the place to be tonight and for every Sunday
Oh,
of
yeah.
football.
Oh,
It should be a fun game. It
It
should be a
is
good
known
game.
as the Dolphins'
I probably shouldn't
hometown
say
pub.
this on radio, should I?
You go.
I'm
say-
doing better now with the Dolphins in the dumps than I ever have.
Well, it encourages
because-
drinking, right?
Well, no, because it's now they know that they can come in here. Like we had a great game on yesterday on TV, but they didn't play Sunday. But now I have all sorts of other fans.
Oh,
I have
no.
a loyal following from Pittsburgh, Buffalo.
Do you turn volumes up on different
Yeah,
games?
yeah,
at
yeah, yeah.
requests
We're
of
here
people because
we're in hospitality management, my friend.
okay, good.
We
good.
try to help everybody.
Because
We
you
don't
know,
like
and I
to say-
know that the Dolphins games will always have volume up here because we're masochists.
Well, tonight we will.
Tonight.
We have a rule now.
Oh, really?
Okay.
It's the 28-point rule.
Ah, there you go.
I
We
like
have
it.
it up in the office.
So it's
because
like a
they got a
mercy
new
rule.
manager.
Yep.
If you're down by 28, we switch volume.
So speaking of all the sports gambling, let me just recap my
Let's talk about that.
my
I
own
love that idea.
degeneracy for the weekend because I had a
College
very
is huge.
I had a weird one, and we're not even going to get into the
Mess Friday.
the FSU game. We'll do that.
that
after
was
the
a
break.
shame. That was a shame.
But I want to just talk about so going into the Ryder Cup, I handicapped it like this. The Americans are a bunch of great individual isolationist, selfish pricks, and they can't play in these team formats in the Ryder Cup.
That's the American
and
way,
it's,
my friend.
it's got
You just named America.
and it's gotten worse since there's been the split between the Live Tour and the PGA Tour. Half these guys don't really know each other, and so how are they going to mesh in a team competition? So I thought Europe, if they could just get a big lead in the first 2 days,
Yep.
and that the Americans are always going to excel in the selfish individual, head-on-head
singles,
match
the
play
singles,
singles format. That's exactly what happened. Now this was the
They
interesting
came
thing.
back. I mean,
Here's the thing, Pat.
I don't know anybody that plays team golf.
Here's the thing. So I was getting plus 150 on Europe
Okay.
to retain to
You
win
made
the
a
cup.
score
No.
because I saw your mouth actually.
Yeah,
smirk.
I was.
You won some jack. on
No,
this.
I didn't.
Nah,
I didn't bet
you
big.
double-
This
You
was
hit this.
this was more of an ego bet, right?
Oh, okay.
So I bet little amount, but at plus 150 for Europe to actually win the cup, meaning
Okay.
get more than 14 and a half.
Okay.
This was before it started. Plus 150 is good. You could
Yeah,
turn
yeah.
100 into 250.
I love that.
And then you were getting 1,300, 13 to 1 on there being a 14-14 tie, in which case Europe would still retain the cup. So I put a few shekels on a tie in addition to Europe. Now get this.
I almost got there.
So
Jesus, how do you think of this stuff?
I almost got the rare double victory because the Hard Rock betting app gives you a cash out option so that if it looks like your bet is likely to win, they'll pay
I know
you
my.
a little.
I know.
You know this
Yeah.
function well.
And you know that Deal or No Deal
Right.
show I love.
Right.
I always
That's
see those like poor people that I'm crying for, like they're morbidly obese, and they say something like, "I got 6 kids that are like mentally
Right.
handicapped, and they're going to hold out and say this, and there's 2. They're not going to take 300 grand.
Right.
They're going to hold out for that million, and they
Oh,
get
Jesus.
Ugats. They get nothing.
Yeah.
So I
yeah.
always, being gamblers, we're cynical.
Yeah.
We're like, I'll take that.
Yeah.
First off, we didn't put it up. See, people don't understand that. I don't put it up.
Right.
I'm counting. I start my account, and then I'm gambling with their money. So if you're going to pay me back, I'll just take it.
All right. Well, then
Yeah.
you get the bonus. All right. So, but here's the degenerate question of the day.
Go ahead.
So after round 2, the day 2, when Europe is up 11.5 to 3.5,
You
and
cashed
they
out.
only need to get to 14.5 for me to win the bet.
Yeah.
And let's say the amount that I could have gotten was $50.
Right.
All right.
Right.
The cash out amount was $46.53.
Okay.
Do you take it?
That's a little.
No, but for $3,
Yeah.
why am I gonna even
Yeah.
sweat?
Yeah, you're right.
So I
Yeah.
cashed out.
Okay.
So I made
took that.
I took a loss. Instead of getting the full 50, you get 46 and change, right?
But that was you.
But then it means then I'm rooting for a 14-14 tie without
'Cause you can still
any
get that.
reservation because then if that hits, I get another $280 on top of the 46, and then it's a double victory,
Yeah.
which is very rare because
do you do like 19 parlays and all that?
No,
do you
I
do
don't
any?
do that.
How many parlays?
None.
Tell me.
He doesn't. He doesn't do a lot of sports betting. That's the
So
funny
here's the thing.
He's
You
a
know
horse
me.
guy.
I love my horses
and poker.
I love my poker.
Right.
But I can't sit around for
He doesn't
3
watch a lot of
hours and then I
sports.
start whining about the refs and the calls and the thing. It just makes me too angry. It was like when I used to go to Dania Highlight and you'd see
I feel
Joey just drop the easiest ball and you say, "You freaking cheating bastard. How could you?"
that was fun. I love Joey there.
All right. And then my other gambling for the weekend, which was a long-term season-long bet, and this did not work out.
Oh, the Mets. No.
I owe
Mets.
my man Luke over at Luke's Seafood Grill a bottle of Michter's Rye because beginning of the season, he's a Yankee fan. I'm a Met fan. I did a prop bet who's going to finish the season with more wins. And at one point, when the Marlins swept the Yankees back in August, he was already conceding because the Mets had a 5-game lead and the Yankees looked like shit. And then what happens? The Mets go totally in the toilet, and I owe this guy a $50 bottle of rye.
That was really depressing.
Yeah.
See that?
$340 million payroll.
It's
And-
depressing.
They're in the playoffs the whole year, I think,
And the Marlins
until like the last day.
Marlins end up finishing ahead of the Braves. Now,
That's
don't
funny.
you love this about sports, Pat? That all these experts, all these baseball seam heads, and all these people, the beginning of the year, out of 100 baseball experts, how many of you think would have said the Marlins are going to finish with a better record than the Atlanta
Or
Braves?
No one.
anybody.
I thought the Marlins going to be the worst team in baseball. Maybe the White
How
Sox.
about the runs they were going on? 7
Yeah,
wins, 8.
They were just shy of 500. I mean, they had a
Yeah.
really good year
All right,
Yeah,
for
well,
what they were going to be.
so it was a win some, lose some
Now,
gambling
do
weekend.
we
for me.
fire sale the whole team now
I hope.
and
Marlins?
bring in new guys?
God knows.
I hope they're
What are we
smart
gonna
this
do?
offseason.
What are
And
we
does
gonna do?
anybody care? Because
No.
If they go and
care.
sign people, I'd care.
You know,
but we'll
they have one of the best buffets.
see.
I get tickets right behind home plate, and I have access to their VIP thing.
Right.
And you can go wander around. Baseball's boring, right?
Yeah, you can walk around
You
the
can
park.
wander around the park.
Right.
You got a nice time there.
Baseball,
You
that's
know,
right.
Think about boring.
you can mentally dream a little bit.
That's
you know?
But these opening playoff rounds are far from boring. To have a Red Sox Yankees
Yeah, in the first
opening
round.
series, that's going to be fun. And I think you will get some people in here.
Oh, no, we'll
asking
get-
to
definitely get
and again, you have
vocal people.
And you get daytime action. which is great.
Cleveland. Who's in it? It's
The Guardians,
Guardians
are in there. The Tigers are in there.
right. Detroit, Cleveland.
Um,
You got it's going to be some good matchups.
My daughter says to me, Les, I'm like, what's coming on? And she says something in Guardians. And I go, Bill, look, you'll watch baseball with me? He goes, no, Guardians of the
Guardians of the
Galaxy,
Galaxy
yeah.
was on last night. Yeah, I never heard Guardians.
What are the opening round games tomorrow? We've got
Our
Red
four,
Sox
our
at
four
Yankees.
series get going. Tigers, Guardians started off as early as 1 o'clock. That's pretty cool. Padres, Cubs, and both teams were good all year.
Uh-huh.
Sox, Yankees in the first round is insane. And then the Reds, who skirted out your Mets versus the struggling Dodgers.
Oh, the Dodgers are struggling. They're
Yeah.
the defending World
Well,
Series
champs.
champs.
Yep,
So
yep.
we'll see. It'll be good. All right, that starts tomorrow. My mouth is full with this beautiful mahi ruby.
Yeah, it's really
good.
nice.
Good, good.
We got to
Enjoy.
take our
I
first
really like
break.
the wings too.
Pat Utter.
We going to talk about food at all?
Yes.
Okay.
We can
all right.
talk about food and some of the latest hijinks on the Let's Eat South Florida group. 215,000.
Wow.
Jesus.
And,
Wow.
we can maybe mention FSU for Luby's sake.
I mean, it is what it is.
But,
18,
talk
number
about it.
18.
but I
right?
am
It's
going,
annoying.
and that's another thing I lost on because I bought my tickets before the game on Friday. I figured they were going to go even higher,
Uh-huh.
and I gambled and lost because now I could have gotten for $100 each cheaper. But I am going up to visit my daughter in Tallahassee
Where are you going to stay?
on a couch of some guy I don't even know. That
Oh.
just no, some Facebook friend has a brother that has a house in Tallahassee. Saturday night I'm going to stay at the house. Sunday night I'm going to stay until Monday morning. Have a nice day with my daughter.
Oh, nice.
Sunday night I got to. It goes from $700 a night on Saturday at the the cheapy Marriott,
yeah.
the Courtyard Marriott.
200.
$111 on Sunday
Yeah.
night.
Oh
So-
no, the prices for games. It's why I haven't been
They
able to
shouldn't be
been
able
up
to
there in
do
like a
that.
decade.
They shouldn't.
Because that's the thing is, it's not like it's 200 or 300 a night. It's like stupid numbers. It's like a
capitalism,
Ritz.
baby. We love capitalism.
It's just nuts,
Supply
and they sell out.
demand.
They
That's
sell
a
out.
little bit.
I mean,
Yeah, I
it's
know.
not a little bit. It's ridiculous. And the thing is, they do it like if you try to book a year out, they get the same schedule you get. So like the day you know there's a schedule, they do. Like so, even I've tried to book a year out for games.
Yeah.
They already have.
They got it
game
all
prices
figured
already.
out. They blocked it
It's
out.
insane.
The computers know 5 years in advance.
And you want to go the next week when they're on the road? It's 10% the price.
Right.
it's like insane.
But that's it. Supply and demand.
So it is
All
what
right,
it is.
Let's take our first break. We'll come back. We'll talk some food and some
Yes, sir.
other
Yes,
restaurant
sir.
topics here
Please.
at Shenanigan Sports Pub. getting ready for the big, what we calling the tidy bowl, the toilet bowl.
I like the toilet
the
bowl.
0-6 bowl.
Okay.
Tonight, 7:15. I will be here
Yeah.
along with some
At least
friends
you'll
and
be having
family.
I'm
fun.
coming too.
Because if there's any place, even if maybe the team that you want to root for isn't doing the best, you're still going to have the best time here
Yep.
at
Oh,
Shenanigans.
yeah, I think so.
Get some of these wings. Look at this pizza.
This pizza's
This
wonderful.
shrimp scampi
I really
pizza,
enjoy this pizza.
It's a white pizza.
Yeah.
It is delicious. I
Oh,
love
thank
it. And
Enjoy.
you do so many things so well here
Yeah.
at Shenanigans. Part
Well,
of the
these lunch
reason-
specials
Very
are insane. I was
diverse
just talking
menu.
about it on the chat. These lunch specials look ridiculous.
Yes, we'll talk about that and more after
Okay.
these words.
Thank you.
A tradition for South Florida sports fans for more than 30 years, Shenanigans. It's at 1300 South Federal Highway in Dania Beach, the place to go for all your favorite teams and events and food that's not your ordinary sports bar fare. Award-winning wings, burgers, fresh fish, and more, TV screens galore, and all-day happy hour specials. The kitchen and bar are open into the wee hours, perfect for late-night bites and very close to the airport. For playoff action, football season, and a good time anytime, Shenanigans. Looking for inspired comfort food in a cozy setting? Blue Collar in Miami is the place to go. Located at 6789 Biscayne Boulevard, it moved to bigger digs a year ago, now has full liquor, and still features all your old favorites from chef owner Danny Surfer. Fantastic burgers, the braise of the day, and the city's best key lime pie. And the summer specials are sizzling. Miami Spice menu in August, September, and drink specials every day. Open daily with weekend brunch. For reservations and information, go to bluecollarmiami.com.
Hey Lunchbox fans, is it time to sell your business? You've poured your heart and soul into your restaurant or business, and you want to see continue the legacy you have built. Transworld can help. Call me, Andy Cagnetta, at Transworld Business Advisors right now and see if it's time for you to retire and relax. Iconic brands like the Mai Kai, Mulligans, Carlos and Pepe's, Mangoes, and many more turn to Transworld to help sell. Contact Transworld on Facebook or call 954-772-1122 or visit tworld.com. Again, that's 954-772-1122 or tworld.com. When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks, just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks. They're open every day but Tuesday. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Guess who's back and better than ever? Juan's. For the best in classic old school Chinese cuisine, a family-run South Florida favorite since 1966. It's at 664 North Federal Highway in Fort Lauderdale, open every day but Tuesday for lunch and dinner. Chef Alex is carrying on the family tradition that started 4 generations ago. It used to be known as Christina Juan's Mandarin House, and you're going to love it as Juan's. They've got all your favorites: wonton soup, spare ribs, egg rolls, dumplings, Peking duck, and more. Combo lunch specials daily and takeout and delivery. For more information, go to their Instagram page at wans.fl. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 and the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you.
All right, we're back on the Lunchbox at Shenanigan Sports Pub. It is the place to come. It's where locals go.
Yes.
It's where people who are in the know about good food, at a good value, and want to have good atmosphere with good people. This is where you come.
Well, and our
Thank
friend, and it's where pros go, because our friend Don Jaffe, who is a smoker himself. You've had his smoked meats.
Yep.
He comes here for barbecue.
I was thought you were talking about pro athletes because you also have a couple of pro athletes that
You know
like to
who?
come in here.
On a positive note, talking
Yes.
about the Dolphins drafted a really, really great guy, young man, only 20 years old. Now he's the other Jalen Phillips.
Jordan Phillips, yeah.
Jordan Phillips. I'm sorry. He's number 93. He's plugging up
There's
the middle.
two Jordan Phillips.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
Dolphins used to have a Jordan Phillips years ago.
Oh, right.
yeah. Older guy.
Okay.
So now they got this young guy. He's 21 years old. He played 3 years of college ball, last 2 years at Maryland, and he's really, really doing a tremendous job for him. So they have some young caliber guys up and coming that you don't pay attention, but it is what it is. It's a tough game.
Does he come in here?
He's a regular.
He's a regular. So
Yeah.
again, people who know,
Yeah.
if you want a great burger, you want the freshest fish sandwiches, good prime rib sandwich, the wings, the pizza, it's all here at Shenanigans. And now they've got the $9.99 lunch menu. You want to just talk about that? It's going
Well, what
every
happened
weekday?
was, to be candid with you, I lay my cards right out on the table. I mean, the restaurant industry's hurting a little bit right now. It's a little slow season. And we wanted to keep our staff happy. And I don't even think, to be candid with you, the ribs, all this different stuff on there, people are just, amazed that we're doing it. But we're just doing it to create a little excitement, to put people through the door and show people how much we appreciate being in business. That's it, really. Not everything has to be a profit. Actually, we're just limping along, but it's nice to have people around.
You get people in the door.
Yep.
You get goodwill, spread goodwill. They're going to get $9.99 lunch menu. It feels like it's back in 2017 to see a lunch under $10.
Yep.
Choice of 5 wings, or a lunch rib basket. You can get a cheese flatbread, a burger with fries. For less than $10 is
And
crazy.
pulled pork
And a
with fries,
pulled pork sandwich.
And the pulled pork is, we use that Door Rock beef. Door Rock pork.
Correct.
So we really,
No,
really.
you don't skimp on your stuff.
No,
that
no,
brisket we had last night, everything you
So
have.
it's
Yeah,
also
really
a
nice.
great introduction to all your listeners if they want to come out and they under a $10 bill. Come on out.
Yeah,
try it
and
out.
again, it's Monday through Friday, 11:30 to 4, with the purchase of a beverage, which is similar
Which
to some
many
of the
other places
other
do, yep.
promotions at other establishments. So
Right.
that's a fair deal. And you've got also the drink specials all day.
Oh yeah,
You've got some of those draft
we have a
beers.
$4 draft beer,
Yep.
Budweiser on tap, 16-ounce frozen mug.
Yep.
We have a really long pour 16-ounce Guinness, and then we're actually pairing it with Tullamore Dew Irish whiskey. It's a dew and a brew, so it's $12, which
Okay.
is really reasonable. And then we have a whole premium well for $7 right across Jose Cuervo.
Yeah.
Amsterdam
And to me,
vodka. We have a lot of good
That's the play.
qualities.
You come in for lunch, you get the $9.99 lunch with a $7 drink special. You can combine them. Can you combine those?
Oh
too?
yeah, definitely.
That counts as the
definitely.
drink
Anything,
purchase?
anything. A bottle of water counts.
As long
$2.
as it's a
$2 for a
of
bottle of water.
Yeah,
Come on.
but to get
Yeah.
the $7 cocktail,
Yep.
along with a $9.99 lunch, that's 16 tax and tip. You're out the door for a $20 bill with
$20,
a drink. You get a
real
little
lunch
buzz
with a
going.
drink, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's a good
Well, what
deal.
are we going to sit around here?
No.
I mean, people are being.
You're getting
People will
it done.
have.
we,
Again,
we want to create some action, have
Pat,
some fun.
Outer, one of the great human beings, great restaurateurs in South Florida. No, you
Oh, well,
really
thank
are.
you, thank
know,
you, thank you.
And
Been at it a long time.
well, no, and to do what you're doing, and you don't look back in anger. I know that other place where you started it all, still sitting there empty, and the landlord.
Remember-
It's still empty.
Remember, I'm divorced too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he knows.
No,
One-
and then with my wife next month. My second wife's 26 years. So
Wow.
That's amazing.
I'm here 18 years now.
Right, 18 at this
18 years, yeah.
location. You
I was
were
there
a
for
little over
30.
30.
It was a world-class watering
Right.
hole. The guy didn't want me anymore, and now it's empty. 3 years.
3
That's it.
years. Let me
3
do some quick math here. No, we're not even going to get into how many millions. he
So
left
you
on
do
the table.
36 times 25.
right? I'm going to do that right now.
36 times.
Because we
25.
are laying out. You have reached that point. 900,000 shekels.
But he doesn't care.
And
He's worth.
If you're
He has 1 million square. Yeah,
Right.
he has 3 million square feet of ownership of real estate.
and
He's
you know
a big
what? If
conglomerate.
he's going to be so flippant as to just leave $900,000 on the table when he could have had a big, community anchor, places that cops and hospital workers came
Oh,
to,
thank you.
and just gave it away. And I know
Well, I'd
I'm-
like to
I'm-
say a cheers-like atmosphere.
it had a Cheers like that.
Yeah.
But now you can find it just a few miles to the east, and people have found their way
Uh-huh.
over here.
Yeah.
And I don't want You don't have to say a word. It just
I don't think
boggles-
I couldn't pay him $25,000 a month now in this
No,
economy.
it's a good.
That's
No.
why. Yeah, when
Is
was
it?
But
that
you didn't
article
do
on the
it.
paper with
Isn't it?
Flanagan's was? I mean, the one
With the quarter deck.
quarter deck was
Yeah,
on the front page. All the
the quarter-
really, really nice places going out because
Yep.
of the rent.
Yeah, and again,
yeah.
it gets to a
Well, they have
point
clientele. It's not
where
like they're
how much
struggling.
can you when you have the rising minimum wage for even tipped
Yep.
employees, which is a big part of the equation. We talked with our friend Ken, who used to be a part owner of the foundry up and again, all these things. It's like in order to make a profit, you have to charge like at
Prices
certain
people
places
won't pay.
$28 for a hamburger. People won't pay that.
Yeah,
but
they're just not gonna.
you here, you own the dirt. You're able to
We
do
can charge
certain things.
$9.99.
There
You
go.
can't get a number one at McDonald's. For
No,
$9.99
the
with
combos out of fast
It's a-
food is like $12 now.
Yeah, so we're burger and fried $9.99.
And it's one of the reasons why you're a man of the people, Pat. You've never forgotten your roots.
No, you are.
Well, I don't have any overhead.
And you don't, again, when you own the dirt, you got some maneuverability here.
Yeah,
And that
I
is-
learned that.
Yeah. And
So I was supposed to come in this direction.
and it's all good. Now, what else did we want to talk about? Oh, you know what? I did want to mention the contest. We can't have a winner today because the tiebreaker
It's tonight's game.
is the Dolphins Jets game.
Oh.
You got to give us the winner and the margin and the total points.
Okay.
So, the horse race this week, I used a maiden special race that it ended up having 2 scratches, and the favorite ended up winning, but a lot of people didn't have the favorite. So we have 8 people alive to the tiebreaker in
For
our
tonight's game.
weekly, the 10 Palm Sunday brunch contest.
Joe Bija and
Joe
Company.
Baker,
Yeah, we love Joe
he's
Baker.
the best. He's going to New Orleans this weekend. I got to send him some restaurant guide picks for my favorite spots in New Orleans. But
That
10
whole
Palms.
Chacon.
Hmm?
The
Which one?
whole Chacon. He has like the butchery.
Cochon, yeah.
Cochon. Yeah.
Cochon, yeah.
Cochon. That's my favorite spot.
Yeah, I think his name is Link, something Link.
Yeah.
Good restaurateur there in New Orleans. But so we have 8 alive after the winning horse was the number 3 horse, and then the 5 and the 8 scratch. So if anybody who picked the 5 and the 8 got the post time favorite, the 3, they're alive. 8 people alive, including our friend Jim Sarney.
Sorry.
And guess this stat, Pat, a little bit
What's that?
beguiling, but I guess it shows that hometown loyalty runs deep. Out of the 8 people who are alive to tonight's game, guess how many picked the Dolphins to win the game?
None.
6.
I was gonna say 6.
Wow.
Only 2 obnoxious New York Jets fans in the crowd.
So when the Jets win, it makes it easier for you.
Coach.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, no, wait. We don't mean to mean that they're obnoxious Jets fans,
No.
but they did.
Jets,
only
Jets.
2 out of the 8 picked the Jets, and I'm picking the Jets tonight. So I think they might.
Are you
be
picking
on-
the Jets tonight?
I did. I think the Jets.
And
will
how many
outright
points
win.
did you?
I don't know. I'm going to bet the Jets straight up on the money line tonight
Oh,
with
okay.
my Ryder Cup.
Yeah,
winners.
they're
You'll
getting
just
to the
fire
hook, I
that.
think.
You'll fire that Ryder Cup money.
No, yeah, why not? that big $46.83. He laughs because he's a. that
He'll bet
right
real
here,
numbers,
He's
probably.
not afraid to. Me, I just want a little ego thing.
I'm
so-
null and void right now. I don't even know what to say about the Jets Dolphins. You know how exciting it used to be in the old days.
Oh,
There'd be
yeah. Oh, my
yelling
God.
and screaming and arguing.
So-
there'd be guys from the airport flying down
There'd
here.
be fist fights.
Oh, it was a big deal.
There'd
fights.
be blood.
You used to lose it.
But here's what I remember because I was a sports writer for
Uh-huh.
some of those great Marino,
Era.
O'Brien, those
Shootouts.
battles that would be shootouts. And I remember there was one game, I think it was the biggest comeback in Jets history.
Yeah, the
AJ Dewey.
No, it
No, the
was in
MetLife,
90.
the-
It was in 91 or what. All I
no,
remember
the
is
one, the
I-
comeback. What do they call it? They have the stupid nickname because they always have a stupid
no, there was the
nickname.
spike play one.
No,
That's-
the one
that's-
where the Jets with
I was
freaking
there.
Wanstead, where the Dolphins were up by like 20 something,
Right.
and they came back in the fourth. I think like Jumbo Elliott scoring
So,
touchdowns.
you
and
remember-
an
you know
old
what
Jumbo
I-
Elliott?
What I remember about that game was back in the days when newspapers still had deadlines where you could get today's news in tomorrow's paper, and
Right.
the Monday night deadline, they wanted your copy in by 11:45 because they had to get the paper off the floor by like midnight.
We can
Right.
do it when
That
the football
game didn't end till like 12:10, and
Yeah.
all I remember is the Dolphins had this big lead. I had written my whole column, and then the lead shrinks, and then every 5 minutes as everything
You have to
changed, I was
keep
like going,
changing
"Oh,
it."
fuck, F, F, F," I'm just cursing over my keyboard, and I don't even know what's happening. I'm just looking up every minute, and the game is, and then I had to rewrite the whole thing in 3 seconds. and somehow we got it done. But I seem to recall that
I
happening
think
a lot.
Hootie
in
made a
those
song about the Dolphins. I
Yeah.
can't remember.
He
but
100% did,
something
yes.
make you cry.
Mm.
Speaking
never fail.
Speaking of something on a positive note,
Yes.
what is going on at the horse track? Let's talk about the horses
There's no-
because nothing, huh? Quiet too.
Well, you saw
I
talking
know.
about
Christine.
struggling restaurants.
Yeah.
Christine Lee's and our friend Mary Lee, after a long time,
55 years.
she decided to just hang it up and not even try to stick it out and get to the big prime racing season.
Nothing.
Which is a shame. But she's also reached that point where, if you can retire and you just want to pull the plug, that's what she decided to do.
Her lease ran out.
She had really not a lease. I mean, it was a situation there where they wanted her as
They want her
a
there. They still want her there.
tenant. And let's just say they gave her very favorable terms.
Yeah, they still want her there.
And so that didn't work out. But as far as the racing itself, look, that business, that real estate is so valuable that, there's
my
already been
God.
talk. They've gone to the legislature. They want to do the decoupling. They don't want to have to run horses in order to have the slot machines, but the state still makes them.
Oh,
I don't know what's going to happen down the road. I don't know the long-term future of
horse racing.
Gulfstream or thoroughbred racing in South Florida. What I do know is that Hialeah Park is still standing. It's a national
Beautiful
landmark.
Beautiful park.
And maybe one day Hialeah Park will have thoroughbred racing again. And
That'd be crazy.
Oh, that place is really cool. It's just they've done nothing with it. It's interesting.
Yeah,
they'll do
but
something
they
with it.
have a casino there and a poker
Yeah,
room,
no, it's busy.
but they're not allowed to touch the infield with all those pink flamingos.
Yeah, they got the
Wow.
flamingos. Yeah, it's great.
And they can't touch the grandstand or the statue of whatever it is. Is it Citation or
Citation, I
Seabiscuit?
think.
Yeah,
Citation, where they filmed The Godfather,
The Godfather, yep.
rolling up. So we shall see what happens. Meanwhile, Gulfstream, we love Joe Beja. We love Dave Joseph, who handles the press and the publicity there. And they're getting ready for another big winter, championship meet season, and they're just going to roll along. Do you care about the Breeders' Cup, which is
I
going to be
do.
out
I
in
do. I care
Belmont?
about it. I care about all sports, to be honest with you. I think sports are a big part of society's just way to mentally relax,
Escape
enjoy.
from other things, and a way to
yeah,
still
yeah.
bring people together, even though
Get
you
away
have
from politics and religion and have a little bit of sports.
And even though you have the FSU tribe and the UM tribe are going to be doing battle this
that's gonna be
Saturday,
crazy.
and I'm going up there and paying my money and sleeping on a couch at some stranger's house, but that's okay.
You really are, huh?
Yeah, but I'm crazy.
Yeah.
But you know what? I didn't go to Parents Weekend, and Parents Weekend is another one of those things where
They
they
rip you
charge
off,
an arm
yeah.
a whack, and
My
I don't want to
parent-
go.
But she's not a freshman. And once
And they
parents
do
only
the-
go
They
freshman.
do the Parents Weekend like 4 weeks after the semester started. I'd rather wait until now.
And it's a freshman thing.
and it's a good
She's a
break.
sophomore. You're
So I'm going to have a nice daddy.
You're a
daughter
hands-on
weekend.
parent anyway. You don't need to do Parents Weekend. You're involved. In fairness to you, you're such a great father.
I
you
love
can
my
go
daughter.
anytime.
Natalia's she's doing great stuff, and she joined a sorority. She's really enjoying that
Good,
whole
good.
Greek life.
Good.
And she's going to be excited because originally, when they thought that the game day was going to be coming to town early in the morning, on the game is not until 7:30 at night,
Right.
but they do the game day from 10 to 12,
Right.
and they were going to have to cancel the usual pregame tailgating for the sororities in Greek life because all of them were going to have to go over to the game day.
Oh, they wouldn't have to
hang
be there.
signs.
Oh,
But
now she won't
now-
have to. Yeah.
This is a weird one, Pat Utter.
yes.
They have pulled the plug on the game day going to basically the game is going to be on the ABC ESPN network Saturday night
Right.
with, I think, Kirk Herbstreit,
I think they're calling it. I think Fowler and Herbstreit are calling it. Yeah.
and their prime team is calling it, but they've pulled the location and switched. Instead of being there, they're going to Tuscaloosa for for Alabama Vanderbilt.
Yeah, it's weird.
Now, Vandy is a nice little
Nice.
They're a nice
team.
story. No,
Cinderella
they're fine.
story.
You want to, for
But
academics.
both teams are ranked better in the UMFSU game still,
Yeah,
and it's a closer
Any
spread.
chance they
and-
change that? Or is
No,
No,
they
they just did it now.
They announced it today.
The word was it was going to be FSU, and if it was a top 6 matchup, they would have to go there. Any chance they can to shoehorn the SEC into things, they do.
Oh.
So
And they hate FSU.
they
just seem to hate
FSU.
FSU.
Well, FSU is going to leave the ACC at some point, and it's not going to be for the SEC. And the Big Ten and ESPN do not have a contract anymore. So
Right.
there's a lot of underlying stuff between FSU and ESPN, and this was like a clear cut because FSU's ranked higher than Vandy. UM's ranked much higher than Alabama. And the FSU-UM spread is still only 5 because they understand
Right.
FSU,
It's a better
as bad as
game.
they play, they still were in that. It was a double overtime loss on the road on a Friday night.
It's a rivalry
Like,
game. But,
Bama Vandy is a 13-point spread.
right.
Like, they know Bama's going to kick
Bama's
their
going
ass.
to win by 21. But the bottom line is now my daughter's happy because they could go
Yeah,
back
she
to their
can
usual
sleep, yeah,
tailgate schedule. So, and that's what counts when you're in college. And you're
Takes
out.
after her
100%.
dad or mom. Yeah,
That feels like a more mom thing.
I saw her do one of those. I called it the upside down
A keg stand. Yeah,
Chug.
Mayo wasn't doing keg stands.
keg stand. A keg
Sorry.
stand. She sent
I
me
can see her
video
mom
of this.
possibly doing
During Parents Weekend, some parent bought a keg.
Her mom's a lot of fun. Mayo is not as
Michelle,
fun.
she did that.
No.
No.
Her
Oh.
roommate's parent,
Oh,
somebody
okay.
from her, some friend of hers whose parents came up and adopted her for the weekend since her own parents didn't come up. But and they had a party somewhere and they're doing keg stands. So
Good for her.
all right.
What do we got going on exciting in the food
Also
culinary
in the food world,
Yeah.
well, let's do positive stuff. So, Daniel's up here in Fort Lauderdale.
What
They
a great
opened one
place.
in Miami.
Yeah.
So how was it?
I was invited down, and I went to the new one in Coral Gables that used to be Fiola, the Italian
Right.
restaurant. Oh my God, Pat, they are killing it down there, and it's
Really?
like a different world.
Nice.
It's just the energy in
more
that room-
vibey.
more vibey, and it's I can't believe it was a Saturday night, and it's such a professional staff because most of the staff are holdovers from the previous place. And he's got a couple of additional items on the menu there, including an Australian Wagyu prime rib that we had.
Wow.
And it's priced, I'm going to say reasonably, because for Australian Wagyu, a 10-ounce cut of perfectly roasted, marbled
yeah.
prime rib
Delicious.
with a platter of different sauces, the horseradish cream and a little béarnaise, and straight up fresh ground horseradish. $85, which was
10 ounces of
which
Wagyu
was-
prime rib. I've never even heard of that.
And I gotta say, I mean, we had a fantastic meal. Val's sister, who lives nearby in Coconut Grove, we came down there, and it was nice to go to a place that, you're hearing about a lot of struggles. And for him down there, Tom, it's like he's opened up the Anthony's Runway, the 305 version of a runway where every night is New
Interesting.
Year's Eve.
Good for him.
He did huge numbers.
Tom's
in
such a good guy.
August and September, which are usually the deadest months.
Yeah.
He said their August, when they first opened as the rebranded Daniel's Miami, did better numbers than any month that Fiola ever did, except for one January of one
Wasn't Fiola
year.
Michelin awarded in some way, recommended or something?
The Fiola in DC has
Okay.
a full Michelin star, and
Okay.
the Fiola down here had,
I know I heard a lot
recommended.
about it. It was like
Yeah.
a place that people talked about.
But I just got to say, it was a
That's
really, a very nice
If you've
meal.
dined at Daniel's, you could appreciate the quality
Yeah.
and everything's delicious.
Everything's top
Yeah.
notch.
Yeah, they keep raising their game, and Tom has been nice enough to support us in the show, and Cassidy. It's always great to see, another generation get involved in the business, and she's in her
She's wonderful.
mid-20s, and
Wonderful.
she's learned a lot in a year. So
Wow.
they're
Yeah.
celebrating their first anniversary of the Daniels.
Is it
in
really?
Yeah.
October
That's
8th was their opening night in Fort Lauderdale. So
Wow.
it's good for them. Have you been anywhere good? Like you mentioned Michelle Bernstein, and
Well, yeah, there's a sleeper restaurant in the Hard Rock Casino called Aviaca. It's an eclectic.
it's outside.
It's outside. Yeah, it's overlooking the pool. You got to go through it's by the guitar. You go up
through the
take an
double
elevator.
doors. You got to
Yes,
go
yeah.
outside along this ramp pathway.
But anything
It looks like a cruise ship. Very interesting design.
Oh, yes.
And I was a big fan of it from the get-go because their chef in there was somebody that worked with Jose Andres at the Bazaar and the Bazaar Mar. And
I could see that.
and he's no longer there, but they have good, like, a mix of things, right?
Oh yeah, eclectic is the best way to describe it. But she did her pop-up meal, and there's nobody. I don't want to say anything disparaging because there's some other great celebrity chefs here, but by far Michelle Bernstein's my favorite, my personal favorite. And her husband is incredible.
Mishi is great.
Mishi is great. Everything she's done. I mean, they have a. I even watch not only the Czech Police, but I watch the South Florida show that she has.
Oh yeah,
And
South Florida Taste. I think it's
Taste.
SoFla Taste on Channel 10
I
or
steal
whatever it is
recipes.
now.
She actually had one this thing with. She said her favorite in the world salad, which was with grapes, which was incredible. I knocked it off at home, and I tell you what, you can't fault that lady. She's
No,
really,
and
really
Nice.
on point.
I've
Yeah, I love
had
it.
nothing but good experiences
Oh,
and
yeah.
good relations with her, and she. I've got to still make it down. She has a new place in Coral Gables called Senora Martinez, I think, which is
Yep.
her husband is David Martinez, so
Right.
she is Senora
And
Martinez.
he's got like a tapas menu there. Right?
Yeah. And so I'm glad that she was up here, and she did a pop up a couple of years ago that I went to. That was also at Albiaca, and we had a lovely time. It was kind of a preview dinner of the new Senora Martinez. Went with Val, and she's delightful. So I'm glad you got there, and I'm glad that you, a man of impeccable food taste and knowledge, knows that Albiaca. It's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody.
Some people say, "Oh, the portions are too small and it's too weird," but they do.
It's very gourmet.
It's gourmet. It's cutting edge. They have that fire scallops, like in it's like a cold
Halibut in a
scallop-ish.
bag. They
Yeah.
have a lot of different things.
And I say for those, if you're just tired of the usual Council Oak and getting the steaks and this and that, I recommend Albiaca for those who are going there. If
I
they
dine
wanna-
there regular.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I like it.
Well, there we go. Well, we got some food stuff in. We got to take break number 2, and then we're going to wrap up this edition. But the all-day drinking and prepping for this huge game tonight,
Yeah.
we'll
Let's
continue.
get started.
I'm ready.
Should we get started?
Yeah, I'm still
We
sipping
didn't?
my seltzer.
We won't
can.
see kickoff. If we start at 2:00, it's 5 hours away.
It's a bitch getting old.
It'll be
Remember
a
we
lot.
could do all day?
I used to. That's what college was all
So,
right.
Yeah, tailgating. You start tailgating in about an hour.
Yeah.
But
Throw
I'll
it up.
have a couple of. I'll get a couple of pictures tonight. Gonna
Oh,
bring in my brother and some buddies, and we'll have a good time here at Shenanigans. And you should come too, whether it's for tonight's Monday night game or any game, any night. Baseball, football, hockey, college football. Do you show any of those? I don't know what they do. Fisticuffs.
You know what?
MMA.
The
You know
bare
what's-
knuckle brawling.
No,
MMA.
I tell you the truth.
Gouging eyeballs.
We
out.
we were a big UFC headquarters for a long time,
Okay.
and now unfortunately UFC has really raised the.
Yeah, they made it. They made
Oh,
it nuts,
okay.
right?
Yeah, so it kind of it's kind
It
of.
priced itself out.
And I don't think it's as
you got to
popular as it
remember
was
something.
either.
You got to remember something. It's about a 3-hour card, so
Wow.
people settle in, and the main event goes on after midnight.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah, people will hang out.
maybe they did me a favor.
Yeah, it's tough for the server.
No, 'cause that's the
when
thing
you're
is,
not
are they
getting
like-
any turbo?
As much as they're here, are they drinking for the, eating? Like they're probably set. They're
Dana
camping
White
out.
was interviewed on 60 Minutes.
I didn't see
last
that
night.
segment last night.
He's a really big time character. I mean,
He's
you got to
something.
give. Now he's getting involved in boxing. He promoted the Canelo,
The Canelo
fight. Yeah,
fight,
he
right?
just had that on Netflix. It was. They say it was the third. He claimed it was the third biggest gate ever in
Okay.
boxing history.
Well, he's a
That's his
hustler
first
and a
one right out
go-getter.
of the box.
I've got it on tape or DVR, whatever they call it.
That was
but I'm
fine.
gonna watch the.
Not much of a fight.
It was fine. Canelo just doesn't fight.
No, I'm talking about the 60 minutes
Oh,
segment.
oh,
Yeah,
oh,
that
oh,
I do still tape and watch 60 minutes.
Yes.
Nice.
yes.
Yeah, they do a
Because
good job.
I'm officially old, Pat.
Yes, that's like.
I'm turning 60 next year. That number is freaking me out.
I got coats that old.
All right, we'll be back and wrap up this edition after this. Gotcha. When people ask me about the best restaurants in South Florida, Casa D'Angelo is always at the top of my list. First-class dining, top-flight service, elegant atmosphere, and chef-founder Angelo Ilia is legendary. The flagship in Fort Lauderdale has been serving the finest Italian cuisine since 1997, with other locations in Boca Raton and Aventura. As Angelo himself says, they have an unwavering commitment to unparalleled quality with meticulous attention to details. It's so good, with house-made pastas, pristine seafood, unique meats like elk chops and bison, and seasonal specialties including fragrant fresh truffles from Italy. All locations open 7 days for dinner, reservations recommended. For a special occasion or any occasion, Casa D'Angelo. Tell them Mike Mayo sent you. Delicious Mexican food with innovative twists. Margaritas with a medley of tongue-tingling flavors. I'm talking about Taco Craft, Taqueria, and Tequila Bar. The place to go on Taco Tuesday and every day.
It's located at 510 North Federal and Highway in Fort Lauderdale, and also in Lauderdale by the Sea at Plantation Walk and Coral Springs. Taco Craft has specials every day, including bottomless drinks for Sunday brunch and Taco Tuesdays with their $4 premium tacos, including their new burrito tacos with bone marrow broth. Oh, it's so good. They've even made a taco lover out of me, and they've got so much more, including fajitas, that open-face smashed cheeseburger tortilla that's new, and a guacamole sample that's an explosion of flavors. The kitchen is open late. There's delivery and takeout. For more information, go to tacocraft.com. Tell them Mike Mayo, the Lunchbox, sent you. The finest quality, warm hospitality, and world-class creativity. Those are the ingredients that make Daniel's, a Florida steakhouse, a special place. Come experience the restaurant that's Michelin Guide recommended and totally Mike Mayo's Lunchbox approved, with an impressive collection of steaks, seafood, and more, like their foie gras creme brulee. Daniel's is located at 620 South Federal Highway in Fort Lauderdale, just south of the New River Tunnel, open Tuesday through Sunday for dinner. For reservations and information, go to danielssteak.com. Fresh local fish, a sophisticated setting. I'm talking about Corvina Seafood Grill. It's at 110 Plaza Real South in Boca Raton, just south of Palmetto Park Road. It's the place to go for the freshest and local seafood and fish, some of it with a Peruvian twist like their great ceviches. It's open 7 days for dinner. They also have happy hour 7 days a week. You don't want to miss it. It's a great place. CorvinaBocaRaton.com for more information and reservations. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Same great Thai food, beautiful new location. I'm talking about Eat Thai, now in Boca Raton at 6299 North Federal Highway. Thai cuisine is having a moment, and Chef Sopanut makes some of the best in South Florida. A hip and modern spot with authentic Thai street food and some innovative twists. The spicy oxtail soup, Thai bouillabaisse, shrimp ceviche, and classic noodle dishes will wow you. And they now offer full liquor and craft cocktails too. Open every day but Tuesday for lunch and dinner. Go to eatthaiflorida.com for more information. When people come to me and say, Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial, serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, even keel fish shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, upscale food and a down-home setting, the chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have deli happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. Looking for a real New York slice? Check out Peter's Pizzeria, your neighborhood pizza shop. With 2 locations, 1166 North Federal Highway in Pompano Beach and 897 East Palmetto Park Road in Boca Raton. Slices, whole pies, specialty pizzas, heroes, rice balls, salads, pastas, and Mama's homemade desserts. It's New York flavor, Florida made. Originally from Long Island, Peter brings passion and pride to his pizzas. No matter where you're from, you'll feel right at home. Open every day but Monday for lunch and dinner with delivery and takeout. Place your order today at mypeters.com. All right, that's going to do it from this edition of the Lunchbox. Pat Utter.
Thank you.
What a man. He puts his cards on the table.
So you'll have drink specials all night long as
All
well?
night, all day.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
We have some tremendous stuff going on because we've even done something crazy. The kids love this Bush Light.
Really?
So we have 5
Kids are drinking Bush Light.
Bush Light. I get these younger guys come in here. You can get a bucket of Bush Light 5 for $15.
Oh, geez.
All my other buckets are 5 for 18 or
Oh,
20.
my God.
$4 Budweiser draft, $8 Guinness, all premium. And then we have a special any one of the drafts that you want to hook with a tell 'em or do, we call it brew and a do
Nice.
with an Irish whiskey.
Okay.
It's only an extra $4.
Oh,
So you get it
nice.
for $12. And we're selling a lot of Irish whiskey. So here we
Especially
go.
these days with this Dolphin team.
You
People
need
are,
it, yeah.
the people are drinking.
Do you have any promotion that if like Tua throws a fourth quarter interception, you get a free
You get a
shot?
I'd be broke right now. He's done it all too.
How about if they score a first quarter touchdown?
I don't know.
You would-
I've never
you'd be
really,
fine.
I've never really said this, but for some reason, I feel sorry for Dua.
Oh, I don't.
I
Tua's
don't.
like
He's made lots.
The man is
lots
gonna
of
have
money, and he's a very
$50
happy guy.
million
Something million.
He'll be fine.
and he's just limping along here. He's like,
No, what I
He-
thought
it's his
was that
choice. It's
he
choice.
was going to retire after the second concussion, but instead
He
the
got that
Dolphins
deal. He
gave him
got
the
that
big deal,
deal,
and now
yeah.
he could still, I don't know
a
what the terms of
4-year
it.
deal,
But at least half of it's guaranteed. And let's do-
177 million
Yeah.
guaranteed.
So there you
Really?
go.
He knows the
So
number.
that's the first, I think, 4. Because I thought it was the first 3 years. I guess that's the first 4
Yeah,
years.
100.
And I try not to be bitter and say, "Wow, this guy. How do these people make this much money?" Look, somebody's paying him. They came to a
Well, because
deal.
they're making it.
Nobody held a gun to his head. But I just wonder, like, when did the bar in this country, like, the price of mediocrity, like, you get rewarded for being
Well, sports,
utterly
yeah.
mediocre.
Oh, for sure. It's the
And
next
I'll never
contract.
forget this, Pat, when I was covering the Dolphins as a beat writer back in 1992 or 3, after the Dolphins, like, failed to miss the playoffs with the Jets beating them in the last game of the year. And then 2 months later, they announced a hike in the season ticket prices.
Oh yeah.
And I'll remember my lead is the price of mediocrity keeps going up. And
I think I'd be happy with 500 football.
Oh,
over-
this year.
over 3
Yeah.
decades later,
I didn't want to be, but yes, this year you
over
would love
3
that.
decades later, and almost 0 playoff wins later,
Yeah.
that line still applies. So
I'm sorry.
how much of this is the thing that blows me away, and I know we're supposed to go.
Do you just walk in and say, I'm sorry?
But the parking, right? Defo went to a UFUM game, and he said the parking, like, to get a parking pass, because they can't even just pay to pull into a lot anymore.
No.
You have to buy it in advance.
Yeah.
And it was something like, what was it?
75.
It was $75 to just
75.
park
So is that
a
what they get
mile
for,
away. A mile away.
75.
is that what they get for Dolphins games?
75.
All right. People, I don't want to, like, piss all over Stephen Ross
You
money
can't
making
spend
machine.
75 here, right?
$75.
Here.
Forget the parking. Come in here, get some wings, get a pizza, get a pitcher of beer, and you're out the door for less than the parking.
And you can go home by the third quarter.
yeah, without a 1 hour parking jam at the gate.
Yeah, the jams are bad there.
That's getting bad. And
Yeah.
now with open carry in Florida,
Oh,
who
there
knows
you go.
what's
Oh,
going to
my
happen? in
God.
Oh,
those
it's gonna be fun.
parking
Oh my
lots.
God! Don't bring.
Maybe it's
that
good that
up.
they suck.
Do not-
Maybe
don't
it's
bring-
good that both teams are
Don't
bad.
bring that up.
And we got to remind everybody,
A
one of the
gunfight.
exemptions to open carry are bars. So you cannot bring it to
Oh, thank
a
God.
bar. So don't bring your open carry.
Thank goodness.
Thank God.
Here.
Thank
So-
goodness.
All right.
Well,
Thank you guys.
all day, every day.
We'll
Great
do it again
specials
next
and
month,
great
and we'll
food
be
at
into the
Shenanigans.
Panther season. We'll have other things to talk about.
Thank
It'll be
you,
right
Luby.
around World Series time, too.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And we'll see what happens with that.
Sounds
Again,
wonderful.
1300 South Federal Highway. Come in here, daytime, lunch specials, nighttime.
It's all the way till
kitchen
4
is
o'clock.
open.
They're doing
Kitchen
the
is
lunch
open late. Yeah.
Yeah, 1 o'clock during the week and 3 o'clock on Friday and
So if
Saturday.
Oh,
you
it's till 3 o'clock.
No, the
The kitchen.
Kitchen.
No, the kitchen. Yeah,
Yeah.
at night.
That's
On the
insane.
weekends,
I thought it was
yes.
a quarter to 2.
If somebody's coming in late from the airport, this is the
Oh
place
my
to
God.
go for your late night dining close to the airport, or really anybody. If you get knocked out of a poker tournament, come
This
here.
is your place.
Come in here. All right. We'll see you next time. Tomorrow, I think we're going to be at Taco Craft
Nice.
Nice.
in
Taco Tuesday.
Plantation Walk.
Nice.
Your friend
Beautiful.
Pat Marzano and
Love that guy.
Mark Falsetto, just back from Napa Valley. He's not going to
Nice.
join us tomorrow, but his great staff is.
Yeah, they do great. We love their managers.
All right. Until then, enjoy every pizza, enjoy every chicken wing, and enjoy every sandwich.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
What's next is the question.